What's up again, guys? Yeah, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Dovahkiin, and welcome back to Let's Play Divinity Original Sin 2. And before we begin, be sure to hit on the subscribe button for more great videos. Alright, in the previous vid, we've cleared the secret chambers of the Magister Barracks, and today's episode will be in the same building, the prison. But before that, let's address a crucial bit of info that we've learned from the last vid, in conjunction with the quest, A King Reborn. Anyway, it was obvious from the beginning that Tarkin was withholding something. But that's not the reason why I absolutely hate him. It's just that his f***ing face and tone simply annoys me. By the way, let's just confront him and get the Anathema.
Expert warriors for hire, or seasoned in combat. They won't let you down.
You must truly savor my company, Godwoken. Something you wanted?
Tarquin's jaw tightens.
I dabble in all forms of learning, necromancy included. Can you really blame me for being talented? Can you really blame me when I'm forced to use my skills against my will? Who are you to judge me? Weren't you willingly trying to help those leeches? Those so-called gods? Their lust for power is the root of all misery in this world. But yes, I did it. I ushered Brachus Rex, the mad sorcerer king, back into the land of the living. I hope you'll admit, that is impressive. Dallas willed it, and I was in no position to refuse. She wanted to use Brachus to sniff out the Aeteran, to use a tyrannical king as a personal bloodhound, so she could get her hands on the most powerful purging device the world's ever seen. She thinks she can control him. She is wrong. A creature like him will find a way to break his shackles. He must be eradicated. That's why I struck the pieces of Anathema. It's the only thing that can slay him. What could possibly best the greatest act of necromancy ever performed? Reversing it. That's what. Here, take Anathema and keep it close. Without it, you are nothing to Brachus.
Tarkin was able to restore this weapon from the components that I furnished to him back in Act 2, in episodes 31 and 39. My two-part vid on the quest, all in the family. Anyhow, pound for pound, this is the strongest weapon in the game. But clearly, you can see the drawback. It can only be used once. So save it for the game's final showdown for Divinity. Okay, again, welcome back to my crafting overhaul workshop. Anyway, let me just get something in my ironic junk chest, which I'm certain you already knew contains my collection of uniques. And yes, this episode features the two godliest weapons in the game, and this one, the Sworn Breaker, on the other hand, is needed for the next quest. Mercy is power. Anyhow, back in episode 53, I mentioned that in the storyline, 3 NPCs will need it. Almira, Sadha, and Windigo, the old Whammon, and the subject of this quest. But there are only 2 Sworn Breakers in the game, and to make sure that all 3 NPCs get one, I bought back /cheesed the one I gave to Almira while the dialogue with her was ongoing, and this is that one. By the way, later we will find out the whereabouts of the second Sworn Breaker for Sadha. Now let's just go to the prison. This scene will welcome you before going downstairs. A bleeding paladin tormented by a loser. A Magister's ghost, that is. Really nothing to it, just persuade the ghost to stop being such a prick and move on.
Unaccounted for.
Alright, the first one you want to chat with is the Paladin Warden to get the Missing Prisoners quest.
Who are you?
Did Lord Kem send you about the missing prisoners? The jailer's records are clear. 564 men and women were signed in and never signed out again. I'd say this was an oversight in record keeping, but I know some of those names. And they are nowhere to be found. Be sure that we won't let this lie. This makes no sense.
For now, don't worry about that quest, because it will materialize later as you deal with the city's dwarven situation. Anyway, the LGBT Paladin de Selby, who, with my help, avoided execution back in episode 57, is here. And talking to her starts/updates the quest, The Vault of Linder Kem.
Well, hello again. Welcome to my very, very humble abode. Guess I heard it too. The man has some curious ideas about what constitutes treason. I refuse to raise a hand against fellow members of the Divine Order. Refuse to buy into Kem's lie that they're all Black Ring puppets. Kem's always been a hard man. His steel was forged in the war with the Black Ring. But recently there's something else. He's turned cold. Not cruel, exactly, just harsh. Dispassionate to a fault. They say it's the Void Woken, that he's too worried about Rivellon to worry about people. Maybe that's it. Or maybe years of fighting finally broke him. Your guess is as good as mine. Although, I've heard whispers. There are places in Kem's mansion that nobody goes but him. One has to wonder what he gets up to. I'll see you again, I hope. The company in here lacks a certain charm.
By the way, the situation between de Selby and Lord Kem, if I may say, is a metaphor for liberalism and conservatism, the popular competing philosophies of the political spectrum. Okay, Windigo and not Windigo, which I'm used to for the longest time, is on the lower floor, but there are two sets of guards that you need to persuade in order to get to her. One here just before the staircase, and the other is conducting an interrogation, because for some reason, they classified her as a high-level threat.
Stay back, it's for your own good. No, you don't get it. There's no blade keen enough to help you in there. They've got an undead freak locked up. They say she's a witch. I say...
Her voice freezes into a harsh whisper.
I say she's a demon. No, we can't let you in. Creatures like this Windigo, they mask themselves as one of us. Their words and songs are mesmerizing. Give her a minute and you won't know what's real from what isn't. Kem? Well, why didn't you say so? Go on.
I got this quest, Mercy's Power, back in episode 49 in Act 3, at the Sallow Man's Lair. She lost a battle against my squad as well, but I didn't consume her source back there to prevent a bug from happening at this exact moment. Well, a few moments from now that is. By the way, this episode is without fight. Rather, I'm paying her some tribute because I've been using her as a meme for so long. And being the other narrator, for cutscenes that is, she is definitely a part of your story, which by the way is also the name of this track. And lastly, I just want to show, as opposed to knowing me as the guy who force attacks people left and right, that there's still an ounce of mercy left within me.
What's this? Who are you? I can't deal with any more interruptions today. Give me room! I feel a breakthrough approaching.
She cradles her head in her hands, then pivots towards the prisoner. Her mouth opens, yet nothing spills forth. No sermon, no screed, no threat. She turns back to you and grimaces.
Too late! The spark's been snuffed. I trust you come bearing gold or godhood for me to have interrupted such a sensitive interrogation. The Magisters conquired the souls of Source using their collars and cages. I would normally call it a cruelty. But this Windigo thing, She must be contained. We found her here, already imprisoned, cursing the Magisters with hexes vulgar enough to turn even a dwarf's cheeks red. The evil is strong in her. Her words are soaked. They squirm into your mind, planting warm memories you've never had, mesmerizing you with candy-sweet sights and scents.
Visions of Windigo's attack on the vessel sailing to Fort Joy fill your head. You look to the south, and your memories contort and coil. Windigo cradles you in her arms, stroking your head as the waves crash around you. I'm sorry, Buttercup. I was bewitched by his promise. Forgive me. You shake your head and the vision is gone. Your eyes rest not on the prisoner, but on the paladin.
You underestimate her. You'd have me stand idle as she raises arcs to the ground.
In that moment, you hear music, a lullaby. You glance at the cage. Windigo stands silent. You squint and shiver until the melody no longer echoes in your ears.
I understand. Perhaps you are as dangerous to her as she is to us. There can be no success without risk. I will give you the space you need, then. May Lucian be your guide. Things are under control. For now.
You step up to the cell to look at the skeleton you know to be Windigo. The barrier mutes her source, but it isn't her source you fear, but something more, a shadow. She says nothing, but you still hear her words.
An unexpected pleasure for both of us, I'm sure.
She looks to the nearby device, and an urge engulfs you, an urge to power down the device to release Windigo from her cell. Her mouth remains closed, yet her voice settles in your mind like a damp fog.
I cannot know. I can only ask you to trust me. The God King rejoices as long as I am chained. Free me, and we might hobble him.
The voice is gone. Windigo is still.
To power down the barrier of her cell without using Source, choose the Collar Back in Fort Joy option.
You reach your hand towards the device, and your inner source is stifled, as if you'd never rid yourself of that cursed collar. After a bit of tinkering, the machine whines pitifully, and the shield surrounding the cell flickers off.
Come to me, sweet.
She steps forward, slowly but confidently. She holds out her hands, bony palms up. They emit no fire, no ice, no curse.
The God King no longer grants me his favour. Mask ripped from me and flesh flayed to bone, because the God-woken still walks Riverlong. Now he's chosen another. I should hate you for what you've done to me. Hate you for the hell I've lived. But I hate him so much more. He loved me when I was useful. He cast me out when you failed to die. Go to the new chosen. See that he suffers. See that the God King suffers. In your name and in mine.
This creature, this monster, would have seen us drowned at sea. Kill her.
If the God King has truly abandoned her, then this is our chance to slay her, once and for all.
Windigo has done nothing before to earn my trust. This changes nothing.
Neither of us are inclined to mercy. Let's make the most of this moment, shall we? The Covenant, it sounded so beautiful. Eternity right there at my fingertips. Yet it's all a lie. There is no grand reward, no enduring prosperity. Just slavery within the void. The rule of a hellish hand. I was so naive. The God King told me I was special. He came close, and then closer still. Hearing him, feeling him, it was like crashing over a cliff and having him catch me over and over. I failed him. You just wouldn't die. Of all his punishments, the harshest was the emptiness, the lack of him. I thought if I could just regain his affection, I might taste it again. Linda Kem, the God King's current beloved, no more skin in his real bones than on a peeled jackfruit. And it is not only easier the God King whispers into. The dwarf called Isbel, she bends to the King's every whim. If you want to get to the God King, you go through Linda Kem. You topple his Tower of Lies. As must I. I'm going to Kem, or rather his estate. There's a Swarmbreaker scroll there. It'll free me from the Covenant. I'd be mortal, yes, but no longer a slave. And I have something for you. A touch of void, if you will.
Windigo pauses. She doesn't speak the next words, yet you hear them as clearly as a robin's song.
Goodbye, Godwoken. You would do this. You would allow me to be finally free.
Windigo's bones clatter to the floor. She is free to enter the hall, free of the God King's shadows. You hear a voice echoing within you, Windigo's voice.
I am me, and only me. The next move is yours, Godwoken. Just as I'd planned.
Precisely, old Whammon. Couldn't have said it better myself. In contrast to the Anathema, the Swarmbreaker, which doesn't break easily, is actually an excellent choice as a weapon. And you ask, what was I thinking in giving it out as simple as that? This is Red's two-handed sword, and if you have stats like these, your Swarmbreaker will be as disposable as mine. But don't get me wrong, buying this sword was an awful amount of pain. Several hours of merchant re-rolling and saves coming, just to get these ideal stats. By the way, let's go back to her riveting expose. And yes, you heard it right, Lord Kem works for the God King. But don't confront him just yet, cause you'll get the proper form for that in his Vault quest, which is where you can find the second Swarmbreaker. As per the dwarf Isabel, she's actually the central figure of the missing prisoners, which is linked with the quest The Secrets of the Dwarves, my next episode to be exact. Anyway, that was just a quick run, but of course, leave no stone unturned. And that is all there is for now. Thanks for watching. Also, check out other videos from Sabbath Clan Philippines and subscribe. See ya on my next vid. Peace out, y'all.